What's up, Delora? How's it going?
Hey Ashley, things are going.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, good news. Happy birthday to my beautiful mother. Love you, mom. I'm not gonna put your age out here like I did my dad's, because ladies don't give our ages.
Look at
Um,
you. I didn't realize
I
your
love
parents'
you,
birthdays were this close
girl.
together.
Back to back. Okay. And then my baby's birthday is in 5 days. So
Yeah.
it's
Wow.
uh it's nonstop. Okay. Shout out to all the references that people just caught just now. Uh,
And what's their sign? What's the sign?
they are Aquarius.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I have nothing to say to that. Let's just say it's been very interesting. Nature versus nurture. That's what I'm hoping for my baby. I'm just joking.
Well, happy
No,
birthday.
happy birthday to my both of my parents. Honestly, it's birthday season
It
up in
is
this
for y'all.
household. So I love y'all so much. And I love my baby girl. That'll be next week.
Get them checks, Delora. Get them checks. Get that checkbook
when
out. You cutting checks this season.
girl, and it's so close to Christmas. It's like
Yeah.
so close.
Yeah.
Um, but what's so funny is when I was pregnant, my parents wanted um my daughter to be born on their birthdays. And I was like, well, I can't with my dad's birthday because she would have been just slightly premature. And I was like, we want a fully baked baby, okay? And
Say
then,
fully baked. Yes.
and
Yes.
then when my mom's birthday came around, I'm like, oh, this could be doable. But ultimately, it didn't happen because she over she was overbaked. she we had to evict her, and she came out in February. So
Oh my goodness. Evicted from the womb. The cold
it was
world
like
to
it's time
start.
to go.
The
And
cold world.
honestly, when she came out, she was just like, why y'all take me out of my warm,
Yes.
comfortable
Seriously.
situation? Like, how dare
And
you?
come
That was her
here?
face.
And come here?
To Earth? Wait,
Why?
wait, Earth, zero stars.
Seriously. Did you
No, and
see
I
the
wouldn't even call it Earth,
recent
just US right now.
Indeed. Did you see the post about, I guess, Disney had done something with tell us a quote that sums up like use a Disney quote to sum up your feelings and people that it was not what Disney was expecting. Let's
It's
just
pretty
say that.
radical. Like,
Yeah.
and Disney's like, oh, you can't view us in that light. They
Yeah.
shut that down quickly.
Because it's a shit show. So guys, welcome back. Um,
Welcome.
Obviously for those in the US and I'm sure abroad, you're very much aware of some of the things we're chatting about, but it's been a crazy few days, obviously a crazy year plus at this point as well. And just
Oh
always
yeah,
want
it's
to
been a year
acknowledge,
now. Yeah.
yeah, even though this is a pop culture podcast and we keep it light and we keep it fun and we're going to keep y'all entertained, we always want to acknowledge the realities that everybody is facing as well and just give our thoughts and prayers and hearts to what has happened in Minnesota and what's happening in the US. Rest in peace to Alex and much love to his family and friends and loved ones.
Absolutely.
And, we're all together witnessing these absolute atrocities that are going on right now. So, just keeping everybody surrounded with as much love and strength and prayers as possible because it's a crazy time. So, just wanted to say that to start.
Absolutely. Yes, we are American citizens. We are citizens of the planet, the globe. And to your point, we see what's going on, and it's not okay. It is not okay.
No, disgusting, vile. A lot of words I could use, but all right. Let's get into our headlines and hot topics for today because this is our pop culture episode for the week. So let's start with some fashion and let's get out of the US. So let's go over to Paris. Paris Fashion Week, couple more days left, but the stars have been out and about in the streets. And, I feel like what happens whether it's Paris or New York, I'm like on the periphery of seeing what people are wearing, what's going on. And this Paris Fashion Week is no exception. I saw Tiana Taylor with the Scaparelli, with the crown. That was fabulous. I caught Jody
Yes,
in the
those are the
black.
replicas of the stolen jewels in Paris, which made it even better.
Yep, I saw that note. Sorry, guys, for this lag in my video, by the way, if you're watching on YouTube. Good old technology. But those were like the standout looks that I just happened to catch. But obviously, there's plenty of other celebs who have been out and about. Anything else catch your eye, Delora, for Paris Fashion Week?
Yeah, this Scaparelli show was everything. Tiana Taylor with the her body yada yada with a
Hmm.
see-through dress, and then again with that crown was everything. Um, I've also enjoyed um, the boys. Uh, Speaking of heated rivalry, we weren't speaking of it, but it's always like it's never too far. I guess I should say that. Y'all, listen to our recap of Heated Rivalry. It was a wonderful conversation. But he attended his very first fashion show um, um, at um, Saint Laurent's men's show, along with Francois, who played Scott, and the young man who played Kip. What is his name? Robbie. So they looked fabulous. Also, one of my favorite K drama actors was there too. He played the king in Bon Appetit, Your Majesty. Um, that show was like a lot of fun, and I love the use of color. It was definitely giving like 80s vibes. But I just love men wear. The Chanel show was beautiful, and I'm also here for um, Orlandria, her showing up, showing out. Like, I just love how she is just like, yes, I was on Love Island. I got myself a cutie, but I'm also this fashion girly, and my face card never declines. And
My God. Mhm.
my God. And she was at Robert Woon's show, who is the same designer who designed Naomi Osaka's entrance to the Australian Open last week. So these are the things that I'm picking up, that I'm loving, I'm seeing. It's a good time.
Very nice. Well, I have to also speak on this whole Law Roach styling Lauren Sanchez moment that has come up. Literally, I think the first story or like reel I saw on Instagram this morning was of Blakely talking about this. And I was like, not law. Say it ain't so. I'm, I mean, devastated isn't the word. Disappointed is definitely more the word. I've said before, I can't really put anything past anybody anymore. I don't know what's going on, what water everybody's sipping, but I wouldn't have expected this. So I feel like does this mean that Law and Zendaya are definitely going to be at the Met Gala? Because they already, I mean, clearly that we going along with it.
Um, this whole thing with Law is so disappointing. It's to the point where with all of our faves folding like a Alabama bra
It's like a folded chair.
folded shit.
If only.
If only.
If only they were bringing
Do
the
they
energy.
feel intimidated? Like, do they feel threatened? Like because
I don't
Bezos has
know.
so much money, like they would feel like they'll be, I don't know, canceled or something if they were to say no.
I mean, law of all people, like who was supposedly retired, only working with the people he wanted to work with. I mean, he
Exactly.
has Zendaya, he has Celine, he has Ariana. He don't
Yeah.
need this. He don't need them. So I have no idea what's happening. Like I
It's like,
really
is it the
don't.
check? Is it the,
Girl.
again, are they intimidated? And honestly, I don't know what's really gonna
Drugged.
make Lauren Sanchez fetch. Cause like her bought Vogue cover, her none of it's hitting. None of it.
I don't care if she has good style or trash style. It doesn't matter to me. Y'all never gonna make me like her. Y'all never gonna make me like him. It is what it is. So I don't know why everybody's just sipping this Kool-Aid again unless it's poisoned. Is this get out? Are they is there where's her teacup?
It was so funny. Did you see that video I sent? It was Amanda, and she was saying, you know, Hollywood is a cesspool. And that she's like, a lot of these people, even the ones with good intentions, might not be able to make it through without voting. And I was just like, no, what do you mean? And I, again, law, yo,
Girl,
law has standards.
girl,
Law does not play. I just, what was the offer he couldn't refuse? I'm curious. I'm curious.
I choose to believe it's drugs. I choose to believe it. Because in y'all right minds, I can't, somebody give me a rationale. Help me understand. Help me
Well, you
understand.
uh Blakely, he also highlighted how Anna Wintour, he went in so hard on Anna too. He
I
was
saw that
like,
one, but he been talking trash about Anna, and
well,
Anna
yeah,
has been on my shit list for a little bit now with her
mine
antics.
too. But she was the first where I'm like, oh, so Lauren is officially in the circles now, right? You know what I mean? The fashion circles. And then when you saw Law, I was like,
But again, I feel like Law is like been have the attitude of I don't have to sip the Kool-Aid of the industry. That's why he did what he did and wanted to only work with who he wanted to work with. So the fact that he has that energy and still chose to work with Lauren is why I'm confused. I could have seen if it was before and he was like,
right.
"Yo, I'm grinding. I got to do what I got to do." But right now, at the place he is in his career, I wouldn't. I'm lost. I'm confused. I'm disappointed. I'm hurt.
Me too. Oh, well, in happy news, I love seeing Taraji P at Paris Fashion Week. I don't think I've seen her this, up front in a long time at a fashion show. And she
Hmm,
looks incredible because she's been to multiple shows. And I love seeing her out and about.
indeed. All right, let's move on from this. Let's move on to Naomi Osaka. We had just talked about Naomi for fashion last week and the fabulous outfit she came out with at the Australian Open. Unfortunately, she had to withdraw after sustaining an injury during her second round match. I'm looking at an article from E! News. She said, "It's a really sad decision for me. I really wanted to play and I had every intention to go play. So honestly, I'm still kind of processing it as it's happening." She basically just said, like, I have to listen to my body, take medical advice so that it doesn't get worse. This is really sad to me because I mean, I don't feel like I know Naomi is somebody who sometimes takes breaks, isn't necessarily at all the big title tours and all of that. So I was happy just to see her on the court and see her competing and see what she was going to do. So I was sad to hear that she was just kind of forced out by injury. Like I think a lot of athletes of like our generation, a lot of those greats, they sustain injuries here and there, but they manage to really, like, I feel like stay in the game most of the time. Like the LeBrons, the Michael Jordans,
The
even
Kobe's,
Serena. Yeah,
Serena,
like
Venus for a while until she absolutely had
until
to
the
take a break.
autoimmune. Yeah. It's
Yep.
like I just hate to see it because I want Naomi to continue to thrive, in her tennis career. And I'm not saying this one thing is gonna derail her, but you know what I mean? Like I just hate to see
No,
athletes plagued by injury.
I hear you. She may be okay. So yes, I want her to be fully healed and whole when she performs. I think it's wonderful that she's taking the time that she needs. But I was gonna joke and say it's giving very Gen Z, like mental health, physical health, prioritize. Like, why am I hustling through it? These systems that y'all set up don't exist anymore. So don't expect me to be superhuman. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think people still to this day respect physical injury more than mental because
Yes.
obviously, I mean, you literally can't drag your ass on that court if you have an injury that doesn't
Well,
allow you to
especially
play. So,
abdominal, absolutely. That's like everything.
yeah.
So
And let's
for
not forget
me,
she had a whole baby.
a
So
whole
she's
entire
still
child.
working through pre or post
Yes.
pregnancy body changes.
Yes. Which research has come out to say it is not that measly 6 months they've been claiming. It takes years,
I was gonna say your body is
years,
never the same as it was before. I mean, that's
years.
never gonna be the same. But
Um, exactly. I will also say this, because she's coming back and she's had a lot of change. I mean, she broke up with her baby's father. She had Serena's coach for a minute. They parted ways. This is her, like, I feel like she's just finding her groove.
mhm.
And if it means, starting and performing well at the Australian Open and then having to leave to get ready for the next one, so be it. And whatever she needs so she feels good about herself and to get her to where she's winning these opens again, more power to
So
her.
be it. Yeah. We'll see. I hope she has a swift recovery. Let's move on to our final headline. Tyra Banks and this America's Next Top Model documentary, darling. The trailer has
Yes.
been released. And in the trailer, the 52-year-old former supermodel said, I haven't really said much, but now it's time. She said, I knew I went too far. It was very, very intense, but you guys were demanding it. So we kept pushing more and more and more. I'm looking at an article from E! News. Several of the series' original judges are also featured in the doc, including Jay Alexander and Nigel Barker, who at one point says that they felt betrayed by Tyra. The show's creative director, Jay Manuel, also appears. Delora, there has been so much discussion over the years now about America's Next Top Model, about the insanity behind the scenes, about the treatment of these models, about Tyra herself. I just saw another like podcast interview with one of the contestants who said that Tyra was lovely until she got eliminated and then she treated her as if she didn't exist. And she thought like she was like Tyra was my idol, like so double whammy that we got cool. I thought we were cool, but she was just cool with me because, I was a contestant on the show and then she walked straight past me and acted like she'd never seen me before. So I feel like there's obviously going to be tea within this documentary, but are you excited for this? Because this is going to drop on Netflix on February 16th. Are you excited for this? And do you think that this is going to be thorough?
So am I excited for this? Absolutely. I posted it on our social media immediately after I saw it because I was like, yes. So I'm excited for multiple reasons. One, Tyra is taking the narrative back. She needs to tell her side of the stories. These girls have been saying what they've been saying all these years. Even Eva and Yaya have said things where, especially Yaya, she says some things like, oh, this wasn't great. And then she since have like reconciled with Tyra. Tyra is messy. Tyra is messy. She's also very human. She's also an opportunist. Like, it's so funny. And she's notoriously cheap. She's very resourceful. Like she's a really good, she's a businesswoman. She was
She's a
able to flip her model
businesswoman.
career into a talk show and a reality show phenomenon. You know what I mean? Kudos to her. Since then, she's been to Harvard and she's now doing ice cream. So,
Okay,
what I
if
will
that's what
say
we want to
about
call
this,
what she's making, is that ice
she's in
cream.
Australia. Speaking of Australia, her
Uh-huh.
flagship show shop. I can't say words today. Her flagship shop, alliteration, um, is in Australia. So, you know, also another American who has left the US for, I'm sure, reasons. Uh, what I loved about the trailer for this new documentary is, yes, Tyra is sitting down, she's telling her story, it's looking like she's admitting to some mistakes. We have all the OGs in terms of the judges and the people who we have learned to love and know are speaking both the good and the bad. I'm like, is this going to be a full picture? Like, I am excited. Like, it'd be different if, kind of like what we're saying before about everybody bending the knee to like Bezos. It's like, oh, we'll sit down, but we'll only tell the good side of
Yeah.
things. You know what I mean?
That's
I
why I
don't think that's the
asked,
case.
do you think it's going to be thorough? Because don't give me cookie cutter BS. I want the
No.
dirt. I want the tea. I want the real.
And the thing about Tyra, she kind of reminds me of Steve Jobs in that, like, he was known, obviously, of being a tyrant. I'm not saying that she was, but people who worked with him would say when he worked with you and liked you, it felt like the sun was shining on your face. But as soon as he was done with you, it was like cold,
I
cold.
mean, he bucked every leadership, successful leadership quality that there was. I read his biography by Walter Isaacson years ago,
Yeah.
and the fact, even beyond how he treated his employees, the fact that he never gave Woz what he really deserved as a part of the creation of Apple will never sit right with me. So, yeah, I mean, but the difference is, as we know, oh, that man, that white man in particular, can get away with very bad behavior, and people still
Yes.
exalt him.
To this
But
day.
yeah, but let it be, black woman, then she was terrible. To your point, she is a businesswoman. So I'm not saying she's perfect, but also there's a lot of things that we forgive leaders for in a lot of other spaces that I guess we got to give Tyra some grace on too. Because to her point in this article, she said, you guys have no idea how hard we fought to bring the diversity to that television show at a time when it didn't exist, to show different beauties at a time when the world was like, what? You casting that? I was like,
Right.
why can the girl from the trailer park become a supermodel, but the girl that's chilling in the park in the hood can't? And we fought and we struggled and we made it happen. So I think that's, of note. Again, I'm not saying obviously there were things that she didn't do that was wrong, that was destructive, that she should look back on and say that wasn't the right decision or that wasn't the right way to treat people. Absolutely. But at the same time, like, I'm also going to recognize some of the effort and history that went into the creation of America's Next Top Model. Because let's be for real, like, America's Next Top Model was like a
A
force.
moment.
Yeah.
It is literally what they say, a temple of the early 2000s.
Yeah.
canon. Like it was
Yeah.
ingrained. Like one of my favorite, we read it, one of my favorite fictional books, The Fault in Our Stars,
Mm-hmm.
the lead character's
Heartbreaking.
favorite show, Heartbreak. But her favorite show in that freaking book was America's Next Top Model. And it tickles me to this day because it's like, that's how ingrained it was in our culture. So,
Yep. It was a force. So, I mean, we'll see. I love a good documentary. So I am ready, just excited to have another documentary to sink my teeth into because guys, I have to be honest, the last documentary I just watched, and this is not personal to Luther Vandross, but I was so disappointed by that CNN Luther Vandross documentary.
oh, you were? I thought it was going to be good.
I thought it was going to be good too. That's why I was disappointed, and I came away with what did I learn?
So you
What did
didn't
I?
learn nothing new.
We talked about his weight struggles, which is well documented and the public is well aware of, and we talked about his private battle with his sexuality. What is surprising about either of those is are these the revelations you guys feel like was worthy of a documentary? Like I just feel like for an artist of like Luther's caliber, there was just so much more to do, so much more to say. So that's what it was for me. I was like, there's so many good documentaries out there. Maybe the people who did it, it's they're being too precious with his legacy. Maybe that's part of it. But I didn't feel like I learned anything.
You want that Quincy Jones
Baby, if we're gonna do a documentary. Like,
spilling all the tea
if we gonna
on a
do a
Tuesday
documentary.
afternoon over coffee.
Quincy's documentary, as you say, is one of your favorite documentaries on a
Period.
musical artist or
So
anything.
good.
It, it's not because it was just so salacious. It's because you're like, there's so much to absorb. There's so much to
Mm-hmm.
learn. That's what I'm
Right.
saying. Like, there's nothing that they really talked about outside of some of the early days stuff that was like remotely new information to me. And that
Mm.
for an artist like Luther, I'm gonna need y'all to dig deeper than this. So I'm looking forward to this because I want y'all to give me what I need in a documentary. So yes, seated sat, let's do it. February 16th, Netflix. Let's move on, Delora, to our hot topic. These Oscar nominations, baby. And of course, the biggest and bestest and brightest is Sinners. Record breaking 16 Oscar nominations, surpassing the previous 14 held by three films. Girl, we got Best Picture, Director, Actor, Supporting Actress, Actor in a Supporting Role, Original Screenplay, Casting, Production, Design, Cinematography, Costume Design, Film Editing, Makeup and Hairstyling, Sound, Visual Effects, Original Score, Original Song.
It's
Sinners is,
so
go ahead.
wonderful. It's so wonderful. Like, so we've been bracing ourselves this award season because Hollywood has been playing in our faces. Okay. Golden Globes, Critics' Choice. We still got the actor or SAG awards, and then obviously the Oscars. Um, SAG gets it right more times than not. I feel like when it comes to like raw talent over like politics, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I digress. So waiting for these Oscar nominations, I was holding my breath and just because they either were going to be very dry or crusty, or they were going to give not give because these are earned nominations
Yes.
that due for this phenomenal IP that is not only again original ideas because original screenplay is definitely going to Ryan. Um,
Better.
but the fact but the fact that it was also a box office hit,
Smash.
that does not happen. That does not happen these days. This is what everybody claims they want. So y'all better recognize it. And so to see that they actually did brought me so much joy. And then shout out to the
Yeah.
BAFTAs. The BAFTAs showed up and shouted out too with the nominations of Sinners.
Black excellence, baby, is what I can say. Because one thing I'm trying to do this year, part of it is because Delora and I are going to be doing an Oscar party, which we'll talk about here in just a bit. But
Why are you
also
saying it so?
because I'm gonna
There's
talk about
no
we're gonna
build
talk about
up.
it.
There's no guys. Guess
Yeah,
what?
we're gonna talk about it more. I just had to slip it in. But I am making a point to really watch all of this stuff this year. Like
Same.
this is going to be the year that I am for sure going to know and can speak to. I've
Informed.
seen everything and this was the best. And
Correct.
from these Oscar nominated films I've seen so far, because I've seen many,
Yep. Me too.
Sinners is heads above, baby.
Still number one. Our number one film from 2025, by the way.
Heads above, baby. So Ryan Coogler has become only the second black filmmaker nominated in the same year for producing, directing, and original screenplay, following Jordan Peele's triple recognition for Get Out in 2017. By the way, I'm reading Variety, who I know had to be eating crow over there.
Mm,
He's also the third overall filmmaker to achieve that combination, with Spike Lee having done so for Black Klansman, where he was also nominated and adapted screenplay. Ryan is the seventh Black director to receive a Best Director nomination, joining John Singleton, Lee Daniels, Steve McQueen, Barry Jenkins, Jordan Peele, and Spike Lee. None of them won. Okay? I also have to give love to the rest of these supporting artists who are a part of this production who have made history. You have Zinzi Kugler becoming the first Filipino producer and the third Black
yes.
woman nominated for Best Picture.
Absolutely.
And she and Ryan are the first Black married couple nominated together in the category. I love that.
It makes me so happy.
Cinematographer Autumn Doral Archipel made history as the first Filipino woman and the first woman of color nominated for cinematography.
Yes.
Our girl, friend of
IMAX.
the pod, Hannah
Yes.
Beekler, who
Yes.
won the Oscar for Black Panther, earned her second nomination for production design and remains the only Black woman recognized in the category. And costume designer Ruth E. Carter,
The GOAT.
the first Black woman to win more than one competitive Oscar, picked up her fifth nomination in the category. She is now the most nominated Black woman in Oscar history. I got chills. Like,
I love it so much.
incredible, 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 incredible. I'm so proud and excited, and they better not let me down by just making this historic noms without making it historic golden statue wins. Okay? Don't do it. Don't you do it.
Exactly. But speaking of snubs though, Wicked.
Yep.
Where is Wicked?
Yep.
Um, I I will say I'm glad Ariana didn't get nominated because like at this rate it was like the award shows were nominating her and not Cynthia, and I'm like, Cynthia's
She's Elphaba.
the reason.
She's Elphaba.
She's
Crazy.
Alpha. And then um and then of course John M. Cho not being recognized also hurts my feelings because he did a phenomenal job with that freaking film.
I feel
Okay.
like they already knew that they were gonna give all the recognition to the first film. I feel
You
like
think so?
I feel like at this point, because of how this has gone, they were like, all right, we're gonna give y'all all the love for the first film. Second
But the first
part,
one was genuinely my favorite. And we've spoken to this as well, but it
that's
doesn't
what
mean that the
seems to be the case for
conclusion
people.
wasn't just as good because Lord of the Rings got nominated every year and they finally won like in their final year. Not to say that they were going to win this year, uh, but just the recognition of the work.
Yeah,
Um, Shout out to Paul. Like Paul did not get nominated. Taswell
for costume.
for costume. He should have absolutely gotten nominated for costume because
Yeah.
part two was still as still as
Stunning.
spectacular as the
Stunning.
first. So anyway, that was a notable snub. The acting and the costumes for that. Um, were you surprised that Haley didn't get any nominations? Because everybody talked about her performance. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm excited that Wumi um is nominated, but
I didn't really see Haley Steinfeld as being a strong contender for the Oscars, I will say. Maybe some
mhm.
type of award for performance, but I just didn't really hear her name floated out there as much for this particular portrayal. And maybe part of that is because it's such a black film. I don't want to be biased, but it could be a little bit. They're like, yeah, no, we're gonna give it to the black people. No, I'm kidding. But I don't know. I don't recall really hearing much like, steam behind her particular portrayal. So no, I'm not surprised. But I am definitely surprised by the Wicked complete, really just lack of
Iced
recognition.
out.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to best actress, I'm surprised that Chase Infinity didn't get nominated because she's been getting a lot of recognition up
Mm-hmm.
until this point. And then they
Yep.
decided to give Kate Hudson. I'm like, oh, that's a surprise.
Yeah.
Like,
People felt like Delroy getting nominated for Sinners was surprising as well, but I mean,
that was earned. That was earned. That was
he
earned.
definitely had a very standout performance in the film. For me, I
It's been
haven't
a shame.
seen the film with Kate yet to really give a judgment call on that.
I'm just gonna call it with the K thing, but with Delroy, I felt like he was overlooked at those other um award ceremonies. I was like, there's no reason why he was not nominated for his role.
Yeah, indeed. Now that I've seen Begonia, now that I've seen F1, I can't say I agree with the best picture. Like I think Begonia is one of those that is very far out and conceptual in ways that I see
Yeah.
why people may have felt some, but best picture, nah, I don't see it. I would not see it that way. That's me.
Well, if you want to go there, one battle after another. Why? Why is it getting all the love? That is
Because
what I like to
you
know.
have Leo, you have who is the director?
Everybody, I
Paul Thomas
know.
Anderson.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
you have Sean Penn, and you have Benicio del Toro, and you have like
yes.
these heavyweight actors in people's minds. And you
Regina
know,
Hall.
yeah, I'm sad that Regina isn't getting more love
Me too.
for this film because Tiana obviously is getting her recognition and her shine, but love Regina.
Love her down.
But you know
Like
what I mean?
she
Like these actors
no, no, no. I
are in
I
this cast.
it's just it's interesting.
Yeah. I would like to just see the full list of consideration for like Oscars when the voting body gets them. Like I want to see a full ballot cuz I'm curious what doesn't make it, you know? Like what hit the cutting room
Yes,
floor?
yes. And then of course, K-pop Demon Hunters nominated for best animated feature and then best song. Um
I've also seen Frankenstein now, and I have to say it really touched me. I was I remember the story of Frankenstein, but it was a very um I don't even it's not emotional, but it had a lot of heart. Had a lot of heart. Haven't seen Marty Supreme yet, haven't
I
seen
was gonna
Sentimental Value
say
yet.
we have to see Marty Supreme, right?
Yeah, I absolutely because I have to be able to speak to this Timothée Chalamet, Michael B. Jordan race,
Right.
and I know already what I think I'm going to think, but I want to see if it's real or if I'm just again being biased because I want Michael to win. So we shall see.
I don't think it's that far biased because the man played twins.
He did.
Um, so
He sure did. Any other Oscar moments or discussion for the upcoming awards?
shout out to Danielle Brooks for making the announcement. She looked amazing. That made me very happy. I'm just, I'm ready. I'm ready for the awards season to keep chugging along. Well, maybe. I don't know. Speaking of that, there's this rumor saying like Mark Ruffalo at the Golden Globes was very vocal about like, how you doing? I'm not okay. The state of the world, I'm not okay. And at that
Yeah.
point, it was Renee.
Mm-hmm.
People are saying that he got fired from Disney. I'm like, I didn't see any official capacity stating that. And that would really like
I'm
be
assuming
disappointing.
I'm assuming he's in this next Avengers film. Like I would be shocked
Same,
if he's not.
same. So anyway,
Yeah,
yeah,
we'll
I don't
see.
know why people keep saying it. It's a bad rumor, and I hate that. I hope it's not. I hope it's not true, but
Same. I hadn't even heard that. But all right, Delora, you said I didn't have enough fanfare about it when I casually slipped it in.
far from it. Ashley, I'm like, girl,
I
drum
mean,
roll, please.
go ahead and hit the. So, guys, Delora and I, along with our committee this year, have been planning for our first annual Oscar party. So we are in full depth planning mode right now, getting everything squared away, but we are so excited. We'll obviously be bringing you some of the visuals and elements from it that we'll be posting on these internets. And for those who are making it in person, we're so excited to host and to have some good food and to have some great shared experiences. We're going to have a signature cocktail. It's going to
This is our
be
very first
amazing.
hosting event, and tickets will be available. And we're gonna watch the show. We're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be full of conversations and laughter and reactions. I just cannot wait. I cannot wait.
It's going to be a good time. So, more to come on that as we get closer to March 15th, which is the day of the Oscars. So, very
Yes, yes,
excited.
yes.
Sinners all day, rooting for everybody black.
Yep,
I'm so glad Issa Rae said that. That is one of my favorite quotes of all time. That
it
may need to
is.
go on if I were going to be buried, put that on my tombstone, but I don't want to be buried. So, all right. That's it. That's all for our headlines and hot topics this week, guys. Delora, what are we recapping next week?
We are recapping one of the best picture nominees, one battle after another. We had to see what the hype was all about. And I'm excited to discuss.
I feel like you've already told us a little bit of your feelings about it today.
Did
So,
I?
a
Did
little
I?
bit.
And then shout out to Kylia, friend of the pod. Love her so much. It was so funny. When I gave the story time on how I met Emily Henry, New York best-selling author. Um, Randomly at the grocery store, she was like, "Girl, let me know if you want me to write a a pitch." And I was like, I love you so much because she's in marketing. So I'm like, I got
Yes.
you, I got
Please
you.
write up a pitch.
And
I
so,
would
and
love to
then
see it.
she also was the one who texted me. She's like, "Have you watched this yet?" And at the time I hadn't. She's like, I need to talk to somebody about this." I'm like, "Yes, I know, I know, I know."
Well, 'tis the season. So we'll be getting into this Oscar nominated film. Come back to us, guys. It is available to watch on HBO Max at the moment. So feel free to take a watch and come back to us for that recap next week. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. Please share it out with everybody you know. We appreciate you. We'll be back, but in the meantime, as always, be blessed.
Bye.